In this video we are going to talk about highest common factor of numbers, namely HCF. We know that to find the prime factors of a number we use this method. For example, for 36 I start with 2, I divide by 2, it's going to be 18, dividing by 2 I get 9. Now that I can't go on dividing by 2, I start with 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3, 3 divided by 3 is 1, and I'm done. And the prime factorization for 36 is 2 squared, because there are 2 2's, times 3 squared, because there are 2 3's. Now, what if I have two numbers and I apply this method to both? Let's look at this example. Now it says find the HCF, highest common factor, of 48 and 80. Now instead of thinking, well, I can divide 48 by 2, I can divide 80 by 2, so that's fine. I divide 80 by 4, I can divide 80 by 8, 48, yes, I can divide by 8. So instead of going through all this, okay, we can use the same method for both numbers. So we can write 48 and 80 together and draw our line here, and then we start with the first prime number, which is 2. If I divide both numbers by 2, I get 24 here and I get 40 here. At this point I'll mark this 2 because it divides both 48 and 80. So this mark shows me that 2 divides both numbers. Now I can go on with 2 because these are still even numbers. I divide by 2, I get 12 and 20 again. This 2 also divided both numbers, so I mark it. They are still even, so I divide by 2 again, so I get 6 and 10, so I can mark this again because it divides both numbers. And then still they are even, I go with 2. So this is going to be 3, this is going to be 5. Still, this number also divides both 6 and 10, so I can mark it. Now at the moment I'm done with 2, the numbers remaining are not even, so I can't divide by 2, I go with 3. When I divide by 3, that's going to be 1. I carry on writing 5 here, because I can't divide 5 by 3. And then I divide by 5 to end up here with 1 as well. So this is going to be my list of factors for 48 and 80 together. Now, to find the HCF, all I need to do is to multiply these numbers. Basically, it's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, the ones that I marked, because only these factors divided both of the numbers. This 2 divided 48 and 80, this 2 divided 24 and 40, and so on. Or, I mean, if you want, you can write it like x to the 2 to the power of 4, but when calculating HCF, we don't keep it like this, we just calculate the value, which will be 16. So what does this mean? What does it mean to have the highest common factor of 48 and 80 being 16? Well, let me show you. Let's write factors of 48. So it is 1 times 48, we know this from last video, 2 times 24, 3 times 16, 4 times 12, 5 is not a factor, and 6 times 8, and I'm at the end of my list. And for 80, it's going to be 1 times 80, 2 times 40, 3 is not a factor, 4 times 20, 5 times 16, 6 is not a factor, 7 is not a factor, 8 times 10, and I'm at the end of my list. Now, when you check these factors, so 1 is common, 2 is common in both numbers as factors, 3 is not common but 4 is, 5 is not common, 6 is not common, 8 is common, right? 10 is not common, 12 is not common, 16 is. 24, no. 20, no. 40, no. And the numbers themselves are not the same. So these underlined factors are common. Now, let's write the common factors. So it is 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. So as you can see, the highest common factor, the biggest common factor, or greatest, whatever you call, is 16. So you can also find the highest common factor like this, but the chances are you may miss one of those pairs and you may, skip the highest common factor. The other way that I showed in the previous example is better. Now it's your turn. Please solve these questions on your book and then submit it online to check your answers. Thank you.